Hello, collective. It's that time again. It's time for another episode of Two Tones Twisted Tarot Tales. And on this episode, we're going to continue our excursion into the Democratic Party. It's Democratic December. And we're going to go ahead and get a reading going for Nancy Pelosi. I don't know what a good word would be to describe Nancy Pelosi. I think she's a tough lady. I think she'd punch you in the face. I like that a lot. But at the same time, there's some things about her that I don't appreciate, that I would expect someone like her to not be. Like, there's some, you could smell some corruption there. Okay, but she's been around forever. She might be 1,000 years old. I'm not sure. She looks good for 1,000, right? And the thing is, you know, there's a phrase. Okay, some of you out there who've been working at wherever you're working for decades, you know what I'm saying when I say this phrase. Okay, I would say this phrase best describes Nancy Pelosi. Okay, you guys ready? She knows where the bodies are buried. Nancy Pelosi knows where the bodies are buried. She knows where the closets are, and whose closets have the skeletons in them. I would not cross this woman. I think this woman could crush you into powder. I like that. But at the same time, I don't like the other. There's some dark, devious, corrupt elements about Nancy Pelosi that it's time for her to go. It really is. It's time for her to go. It's hard to get people like her out because she knows where the bodies are buried. But let's find out, who is Nancy Pelosi. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nancy Patricia Pelosi is an American politician serving as Speaker of the United States House of Representatives since 2019. And previously from 2007 to 2011. She has served as a U.S. Representative from California since 1987. A member of the Democratic Party, Pelosi is the only woman in U.S. history to serve as Speaker of the House. She is second in the presidential line of succession after Vice President Kamala Harris. So if Biden took a big shit one day and died because he pooped out his bowels, and then Kamala Harris took over, and then she was in a boating accident, Nancy Pelosi would take over if she was still, you know, the current speaker. So that's the succession. That's how it works in America. Other places it works differently, but that's how it works in America. Currently in her 18th term. See, that's another problem, isn't it, right? 18th term? That's a problem. Currently in her 18th term, Pelosi was first elected to Congress in 1987 special election. What's that? Whoa, guys. I don't know what that is. Hold on a second here. In 1987, there were two special elections to the United States House of Representatives to serve in the 100th United States Congress. I'm not going to totally go into that right now, but she was elected in a special election. Following her father, Thomas D. Alessandro Jr., into politics. Currently in her 18th term, Pelosi was first elected to Congress in a 1987 special election following her father, Thomas D. Alessandro Jr., into politics. That's a weird sentence, guys. He had served as a U.S. Representative from Maryland and Mayor of Baltimore. She is the Dean of California's congressional delegation, having begun her 18th term in 2021. Pelosi represents California's 12th congressional district, which comprises 4/5 of the city and county of San Francisco. She initially represented the 5th District from 1987 to 1993. And then, when district boundaries were redrawn under the 1990 census, the 8th District, 1993 to 2013, Pelosi has led the House Democrats since 2003, the first woman to lead a party in Congress, serving twice each as House Minority Leader, 2003 to 2007 and 2011 to 2019, and as Speaker, 2007 to 2011 and since 2019. Pelosi was a major opponent of the Iraq War, as well as the Bush administration's 2005 attempt to partially privatize Social Security. So, if she genuinely was a major opponent against the Iraq War and against, in my opinion, anything Bush, then I'm gonna like her. Two-Tone likes her for that. Two-Tone appreciates that. During her first speakership, she was instrumental in the passage of many of the Obama administration's landmark bills, including the Affordable Care Act, the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell Repeal Act, and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and the 2010 Tax Relief Act. I just want to say something real quick, guys. There was a policy in America called the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, where if you were gay, if you were LGBT or whatever, and you were joining the military or in the military, you had to hide and don't ask and don't tell. Let me tell you guys something. There's a problem with that. When you have people who are hiding who they really are, if somebody got a hold of that person, it would be easy to blackmail that person and force them to do what they want to do. Otherwise, they would expose who they really were. So the worst thing we could ever do, especially in the military, is force people to hide and be something that they're not. So don't ask, don't tell, and forcing LGBT people to hide who they are is a big mistake. And that's something that the Republicans love. They want people to hide who they really are, because half of them are not what they claim to be. Pelosi lost the speakership in 2011 after the Republican Party won a majority in the House of Representatives in the 2010 elections. But she retained her role as leader of the House Democratic Caucus and returned to the role of House Minority Leader. In the 2018 midterm elections, the Democrats regained control of the House. When the 116th Congress convened on January 3, 2019, Pelosi was again elected Speaker, becoming the first former Speaker to return to the post since Sam Rayburn in 1955. Under Pelosi's leadership, the House of Representatives impeached President Donald Trump, first on December 18, 2019, and again on January 13, 2021. Trump was acquitted both times by the Senate. On January 3, 2021, Pelosi was re-elected to a 4th term as Speaker of the House, which is expected to be her last after a deal with progressives. She claims to be a progressive. She's not, guys. She's not. She's very well acquired, very well paid. During her second speakership, she was instrumental in the passage of many of the Biden administration's landmark bills, including the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the American Rescue Plan Act. So, yeah, I like some things about her. I appreciate some things about her. I respect some things about her. But she's not as, how can I say it? There's entities in her pockets. Her pockets aren't as empty as she wants us to believe. There's some entities in her pockets. And it is quite disappointing. So we're going to do a reading for the incredible Nancy Pelosi, the Iron Lady. I don't know what to call her. Tarot in Wonderland deck come to my hand. Aha, yeah. Okay, universe, we need 1 to 3 cards. We need to find out what the universe wants us to know about Nancy Pelosi. So, let's see here. That's the public shuffle. We're going to do a public cut. And I heard somewhere that Nancy Pelosi is grooming Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to take over. AOC will be the new Nancy Pelosi. I wonder about that. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know how I feel about that just yet. Because there's some things about AOC that disappointed me. But anyway, okay, universe, we need 3 cards for Nancy Pelosi. Let me just do like this real quick. Look at where her finger's pointing. Yeah, I like where her finger's pointing. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, universe, we need a card for Nancy Pelosi. What does the universe want us to know about Nancy Pelosi? She knows where all the bodies are buried. She knows all the closets. And she knows all the skeletons in all the closets. I'm not getting a whole lot out of here. Oh, Nancy's got some strong magic guarding her. Look at that. Oh, Nancy, don't disappoint me, Nancy, please. Nancy, don't disappoint, Nancy. Come on, you can do it, Nancy. You can do it. Let's get some cards for Nancy. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to pause it. I forgot to put this up again, guys. So here's a slide of the 3 card spreads. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna lay out the cards and talk about them, and then you guys need to return back to this slide. I keep forgetting to put this on the site. I'm gonna be putting this on the site. I'm gonna be putting this slide of the 5 card spreads on the site. I need to put a page on my site that features the animal spirits and what they represent. I got a lot of work to do, guys. I got a lot of work to do. But take some time, pause it, look at this spread, and look at this list of 3 card spreads and try to figure out which one is going to be the spread. I might be burning out, guys. I did a bunch of readings today. I did like 3 readings before this reading. But we got to get this done, guys. I got limited time. Got to get this content made. All right, guys. So I had to pause it. And this is interesting what showed up. This is the same card, the Justice card. This is what showed up for Hillary Clinton. This card showed up, the Justice card showed up for Hillary Clinton, and it's showing up for Nancy Pelosi. All right, thank you, universe. We need 2 more cards. What other cards? What else does the universe want us to know about Nancy Pelosi? All right, guys, you saw that, right? I hope you saw that. So, this is kind of how it came out, and it was in my, kind of like laying on top of my fingers. So, but, honestly, this would have hit first. So we're going to make this card number 2, which is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Wheel of Fortune for Nancy Pelosi. So I think that's Nancy Pelosi chasing her fortune. I think that's Nancy Pelosi again administering justice. And this is Nancy Pelosi again, juggling her duties as a stateswoman and probably making a lot of money somehow. I'm pretty sure she's real good at making a lot of money. Nancy Pelosi. So we're going to read from the book on what these cards mean. Wonderland and Tarot book, come to my hand. Aha, yeah, that was cool, huh? So the first card that came out for Nancy Pelosi is the Justice card. Okay, and let's see what it says for the Justice card. Oh, I forgot my glasses, guys, hold on. Okay, so in a reading, justice promises that justice will be served. The questions that remain are these. Who is serving up the justice and what type will it be? If we are on the receiving end, we will get what we deserve as determined by those sitting in judgment. Over this we have little control, although we can take a lesson from the king and make sure our facts are in order and are clearly understood by all involved. If we are the ones sitting in judgment, we should note here that the Justice card has far more to do with judgment than the card named Judgment. We have the opportunity to pick which face of justice we wish to embody. Will we forgive others as we would wish to be forgiven, or shall we demand our pound of flesh? Keywords: justice, karma, cause and effect, equality, truth, responsibility, integrity, fairness, judgment, contract, legal action, lawsuit, trial. The next card out is the Wheel of Fortune for Nancy Pelosi. There she is. Nancy chasing the fortune. In a reading, the wheel is vague when read on its own. It is a card that benefits from context. It can herald good luck or bad luck, things turning around for the better or taking a downturn. The one constant is that things are always changing. So don't get too attached to the situation. Another way to look at it is that everything will always be okay because no matter what, you will be on top again. You just won't always know when that will happen. Like John Lennon said, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. Keywords: fortune, chance, cycle of life, opportunity, destiny, fate, good luck, movement, turning point, and annual event. And then the last card out for Nancy Pelosi is the Two of Pentacles. That is the Mad Hatter juggling things, isn't it? In a reading, this card describes a situation that feels a little chaotic, yet controlled, but only just. You know the feeling. You are busier than usual. Circumstances like weather or traffic make things worse than normal. Your resources are being spent faster than they are coming in, and you are perpetually breathless and 2 steps behind. That's how I feel, guys, in general. Unfortunately, we all have periods like this. It won't kill you, but it can sure fray the nerves and make daily life really unpleasant. The resources being used up can be money, time, energy, interest, attention, etc. The questions are, how long can you keep this up? And how is it going to end? Be honest with yourself about how long you can maintain this level of expenditure before long-term damage occurs. One way to get through these times is to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. If there is not a built-in endpoint, then make sure you create one. It'll help you keep going and help you feel empowered as you take control of your situation. Keywords: multitasking, balance, tight budget, comparison shopping, allocating resources, calm or zen-like behavior in the face of crisis. So she definitely got some skills with handling crises. Without a doubt, this woman knows how to manage things. So we're going to get some clarification from the Infernal deck. Infernal deck, come to my hand. Aha, yeah. So we're going to do a public shuffle, then a cut. We have to get to the bottom of this. We're going to know what exactly is the universe trying to tell us here about Nancy Pelosi. Okay, universe, we need clarification for the Justice card for Nancy Pelosi. Whoa. Oh, again? What is the deal here? What are these politicians eating? You know, I think it landed like this. Okay, so that is the uncontrollable gas card. Okay, and well, you know, I'm gonna say not. I don't think erection is the right word. I'm gonna say moisture. Let's say instead of erection, moisture. So she's got uncontrollable gas and spontaneous moisture problems. That has to do with her justice too. So it looks like justice will be served regarding her excessive flatulence and the spontaneous moisture. I'm not sure how justice will be served on that, but so I mean, you know, what can you do? She needs to eat some yogurt. You know who else got uncontrollable gas? Was Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris got uncontrollable gas too. And I gave her some advice. She needs to start eating more yogurt. So I'm going to say, Nancy Pelosi, to control your uncontrollable gas, you need to start eating more yogurt. Now, as far as your spontaneous moisture, I don't know what to do about that. You could, if you sort of feel like it's coming on, you could imagine somebody really gross. Maybe that will stop the uncontrollable spontaneous moisture there, Nancy. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to imagine the worst looking dude you can imagine. Maybe that will stop it. Okay, so we need clarification for the Wheel of Fortune for Nancy Pelosi. Whoa, damn. That came out violently. I think it was going to be like this at first, but then I think it ended up like this. So let's see what that is. Oh, confusion. There's some confusion here on her Wheel of Fortune. See, I think she's preparing to ride off into the sunset with money bags. That's what I think. And I think that she's kind of confused about the proper way to do it because, you know, it's long overdue for her to go. She needs to go way long time ago. She should have been gone a long time ago. The problem is, you know, who else knows where the bodies are buried, right? So basically, she's confused about her fortune. She's confused about her luck. You know, I think she's lucky, but I think throughout her career she's been very lucky. But I think now her luck is starting to run out, and it's confusing her. And opportunities and destiny and movement, She's confused about movement. I mean, I saw a news thing somewhere she might be trying to go to Florida. I don't know. I don't know why she's trying to go there. Maybe she has alternative ideas and motives for going to Florida, because isn't that where Trump is? So, I mean, I think she's just a little confused right now exactly which way to go with that. So let's get a clarification for the Two of Pentacles for Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, she's thinking about her destiny, you know. Meanwhile, she can't stop gas from coming out of her ass, you know. She needs to eat more yogurt. Okay. Now, this came out abruptly. So she's going to abandon all this juggling she's been doing. I mean, she's a master juggler, you know. And I think that basically yeah, she's in a situation that feels chaotic, but it's controlled. And I think that that's basically her job. Her job as speaker is a chaotic, controlled position. And yeah, I think she's going to go. She's definitely going to go. She's going to abandon. This is her. This is her being Speaker of the House, juggling all the politics and shit, right? Juggling everything that has to do with that position. She's juggling it. She's been juggling it pretty well. And I think she's about to abandon it. She's done with it. She's going to flee. It's time for her to go. It's long overdue. So let's look at what animal spirits are hanging around Nancy Pelosi. Crayola animal cards come to my hand. Aha, yeah. So let's do a quick shuffle, and then we're going to use the magical die. Yeah, so I think we're going to see Nancy Pelosi retire. We're going to see her move on. I think it'd be interesting to see if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, she takes over, or anyone from the squad takes over. I would rather see someone from the squad take over, but you know, they've been sort of disappointing me a little bit too. You know, I guess I got huge expectations. You know, I think these politicians haven't been doing the right thing for a while now. And I think a lot of people like me are sick of it. We're sick and tired of it. So let's see here. Let's do some more shuffling. One more. This is the last shuffle. I haven't been able to shuffle as well as normal. Maybe I'm burning out. I don't know. We're going to use... Wow, look at that. We're going to use this magical die to get a number. So, universe, we need this magical die to give us a good number, to pull out one of these cards to tell us what animal spirit is hanging around Nancy Pelosi. Okay, so I think that's 12. The number 12. These are double-sided cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a goat hanging around Nancy Pelosi. So she might be, as far as a female Speaker of the House, she might be the greatest of all times as far as a female Speaker of the House. She's a tough lady. She knows what she's doing. The problem is she doing what we want her to do? The other thing is, it could be the god of all things hanging around Nancy Pelosi. I think more than likely it's the drunken goat that the frat boys fool around with. So let's see here. She got a goat hanging around her, and she's about to retire. She's confused. She has uncontrollable gas and spontaneous moisture, so that's a big problem. She's trying to she needs justice for that. So I say the justice is yogurt. She needs to start eating more yogurt. She's confused about her destiny, which most people would be when they're coming toward the end of their career. And she will be retiring. This is her. This is Nancy Pelosi juggling politics and life in general as speaker and as whatever she's been doing for the past decades. This is her juggling. It's a juggle. And she's leaving that. She's going to abandon that. So I do see Nancy Pelosi exiting. It will be happening pretty soon. And so hopefully somebody good will take over. I hope so. I hope they got enough balls that Nancy's got brass steel balls. Nancy got steel stone balls. I hope whoever takes over, male or female, they got the same balls she got. Maybe she should remove her balls and give it to the next person to take over. So I think this is going to wrap it up, and be on the lookout for Nancy Pelosi. Oh yeah, hold on. There's news clips. I've been trying to do it at the end, but I keep forgetting. So let's take a look at some news clips for Nancy Pelosi. Whatever TC Palm is, opinion. Nancy Pelosi not buying $25 million Florida home. If she did, could she fix our water? Nancy Pelosi is not buying $25 million Florida home. Why would she move to Florida when that's Trump's dominion? I don't understand why she would do that. I mean, she got stone balls, so I mean, she's ballsy enough to go there to his house. The spokesman review. We the people. Pelosi's likely retirement leaves lawmakers jostling to replace her as House Speaker. Nancy Pelosi made history when a majority of the House Representatives chose her as the first woman. Yahoo News opinion. Nancy Pelosi not buying $25 million. Blah, blah, blah. PolitiFact. No, Nancy Pelosi didn't buy a $25 million mansion in Florida. A member of her staff said that Pelosi's family is not looking for a home. I don't know what that story is about. I wonder if that's a fake story put out there to distract people and she has nothing to do with it. I don't know what that's about. New York Times. How Nancy Pelosi got Biden's Build Back Better bill back on track. To achieve her latest legislative victory, Speaker Nancy Pelosi devoted considerable time to sounding out and cajoling two fake Democrats, more than likely Manchin and Sinema. AZ Central, which might be Arizona Central. No offense to Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, but America needs more young leaders. Yeah, no, do I need to say anything? Okay. Colorado Springs Gazette. Rumors flow of Nancy Pelosi purchasing $25 million. I think that's a fake thing they put out there. CNN. Nancy Pelosi is the most effective speaker ever. She is. Almost 15 years ago, Nancy Pelosi wrote her name in the history books as the first female Speaker of the House. KTLA. Florida man spotted with Nancy Pelosi lectern during January 6th insurrection pleads what? Florida man okay, hold on, guys. I know what this is. There was a Florida man who was spotted with Nancy Pelosi's lectern during the January 6th insurrection. He pleads guilty. Florida man photographed carrying a lectern belonging to House Speaker Pelosi. Yeah, that was some crazy shit, guys. CNN. Arizona man who left Nancy Pelosi threatening voicemails convicted by jury. Good. Fuck that guy. An Arizona man has been found guilty by a jury of communicating an interstate threat to kill or harm House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Fuck that guy. Throw the book at him. All right, guys. So I think that this is going to wrap up the session here for Nancy Pelosi. I like what she's pointing at. It's a good idea. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.
custom. I told them not to trust them. Lyrically, I dust them off like pledge. Hit hard like sledgehammers. Queen with that platinum grammar. I am a diamond cluster hustler. Queen chick, supreme chick. Killing chicks for my bricks by any means chick. Murder scene chick, clean chick. Disease-free chick, check it. I write a rhyme, melt in your mouth like M&M's. Roll with the mafia. Remember them? Tell them when I used to mess with gentlemen. Straight up apostles. Now strictly players the jostle. Pull the trigger for the figure. How you figure? Your cheddar would be better. Beretta inside the Beretta. Nobody do it better. Bet I wet ya like hurricanes and typhoons. Got buffoons counting my Lucci while I watch cartoons. Sleep till noon. Rap pen beers here. Baby drinkers beware. Mostly dope she wear. Frank snatch wise for 1.5. While you struggle and strive, we pick which bins to drive. The mafia, you wanna be 'em? Most of y'all lames can't eat without per diem. I'm rich, I'ma stay there. Be hugging, roll with cats that be thugging, bugging in the tunnel in SO, sipping espresso, cappuccino with Nino, on a mission for the Lucci Crino. I used to wear Moschino, but every chick got it. Now I rock colorful minks because my pockets stay knotted. C note after C note, Frank Boat, Hole 15 plus the caterer. You think you're greater?
You just got some audacity. You sold $1 million, now you half for me. Get off my kick it.
Check my pitch, authentic persona. And I still stick your moms for her stocks and bonds. I got that bomb diggy spot, a good old shot with hardcore flows to keep a fella hard rock. Sippin' Zippendales up in Chippendale, shopping Bloomingdale's for Prada bags. Female Dundada ass, no problem. Splitting cream with my team, straight like 915. You know what I mean? Cruise the Diamond District with my biscuit, floss in my Rolex wrist. I'm rich, I'ma stay that.